Well, welcome back. This is Crypto Big Boss, and I just wanted to touch base with those folks that are subscribers to this channel. If you're not a subscriber to this channel, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. We cover some serious stuff on this channel when it comes to crypto, and today is not going to be any different. I want to talk to you guys about something that you may not know about Bitcoin. At the end of 2021, there was a very good article put out on Crypto Decoded. You can check this. I might go ahead and put the link in the description. And it says the U.S. government has a massive secret stockpile of Bitcoin. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Once upon a time, there was another video on this channel where I talk about Maxine Waters and how they're in the Senate trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do in the Congress and the Senate, and they snuck the little crypto tax inside of the infrastructure bill, and I was all pissed off about it. And now they're sitting up here trying to figure out what they're going to do. You know, you've got Ted Cruz over here saying we probably need to look at this thing again, and you're probably wondering, well, what does that have to do with this? We've got people on one side of the fence that are trying to educate themselves in the Congress and the Senate about crypto before they regulate it. Meanwhile, they're trying to put out regulatory guidance and they don't know enough to. And then all the while on the other side of the government, we've got one facet where they are doing search and seizure of massive piles of Bitcoin, okay, that basically are confiscated as a result of some kind of criminal activity or what have you. If you read through this article, you're going to find out some very disturbing things. Take a look at this. Let's just look at the key points here. It says the U.S. government regularly holds auctions for its stockpile of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies it seizes. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Imagine some criminal activity goes down. The federal government gets involved. They seize this cryptocurrency. And then what do? Right off the bat, it's an understood process that they are going to eventually auction off this crypto. They didn't say anything about giving it back to who it was stolen from or where it came from. What they said was, it's understood that they're going to auction it off. Now listen to this. The auctions kick off in a big way in 2013 takedown on Silk Road. They're talking about this whole dark web thing where the first really big auction of Bitcoin took place. Okay. Then it goes on to say it could be 10 boats, 12 cars, and then one of the lots is X number of Bitcoin. In other words, what they're saying is they're treating crypto just like they treat any kind of other seized property. Okay, if we see some boats, some houses, or what have you, they auction this stuff off. Okay, they don't make any kind of, however these people got it. Their idea is that they're going to trade whatever these assets are for fiat currency, some kind of money. Now, if we get past these key points at the top, they start talking about how long this has been going on. Okay, look at this. They're talking about the 500 Bitcoin it sold. Excuse me. Okay, that's now worth 23 million. You start seeing they had that this same block is worth 1.3 billion dollars today. We're talking about search and seizure of large piles of Bitcoin worth billions of dollars. And I'm going somewhere with this. I want you to understand the idea that the federal government has now put a process in place to seize cryptocurrency, and they have a method of literally selling it off and taking that money and putting it back into our government's infrastructure. That's right. If you go through this article, you're going to find out that they are literally taking 3 or 4 government entities, one of them being the FBI. Okay, here they go talking about seizing and stockpiling Bitcoin. and the process. Okay, once they seize it, they go through a process of mitigation of what they're going to do with it. Okay, and then after that, they turn around and they basically set it up for auction. Okay, and then after they set it up for auction, they execute this auction and buyers come and buy this at whatever the current price of the crypto is. Okay, so that's what without getting into the actual details of this article, if you walk away from this video understanding that the federal government, our federal government, the United States, basically searches and seizes crypto when there's criminal activity, and then they auction it off. Who is buying? Who do you think is buying this crypto, these large amounts of crypto? Hey, it's the wealthiest people in the world. It could be these large corporations. It could be wealthy billionaires, millionaires are buying this crypto at, what do I want to call it, wholesale. Okay, they're buying it. And then, they're only letting it out a little bit at a time. Now, what is so why is this a big deal? Why am I making this a point that people need to understand that this is going on? Okay, if the federal government is auctioning off the crypto that they seize, what did they do with the money that they got from the auction? Now, just think about what I just said. What are they doing with the money? Well, guess what? It turns out, look at this. Here's what the auction looks like. For sale, approximately 4,041 Bitcoin. All right, look at this. This notice does not constitute an offer to sell, but invites interested parties, I guess people that have that kind of money, to submit a bid for a purchase. The following information is being provided without recourse to the United States of America and the United States Marshal Service. When somebody buys this lot of 4,041 Bitcoins, what the hell are they going to do what is the federal government going to do with this money? Well, it turns out that here they talk about it right here. It says, where does the money go? Well, guess what? They have two funds, the Treasury Forfeiture Fund or the Department of Justice Assets Forfeiture Fund. Okay, now apparently what happens is when the money goes to these funds, okay, the Congress then can decide whether they're going to rescind it or whether they're going to use it. If they decide to rescind it, it just keeps building up and building up. And then if they decide to use it, what happens is now these special projects and people that need funding for whatever they need across the federal government can now tap into this. Do you see the fallacy in this? If you see the fallacy in this, or you don't see anything wrong with this, whatever your opinion is, I'd love to see your comments in the comment section. The fallacy in this, from my point of view, is this. The federal government now has a new resource for funding whatever project they want to fund. Okay, whether it's building the wall, whether it's paying out stipends. Okay, it's time to get your stimulus money. Build the infrastructure. This is now a funding stream for whatever the Congress of the United States wants and needs to fund. Whether it could be, they're trying to fund the military or base closure or building infrastructure or paying out stimulus, whatever it is, paying welfare, whatever little thing they got going. So in my mind, this means that the federal government of the United States now has a viable interest in Bitcoin being as high as it possibly can. Now, most people would not come to this conclusion. They would be like, well, who cares? Okay, if they search and see, what were they supposed to do, Mr. Crypto Big Boss? Okay, just hold the property. They got to do something with it. That's not the issue. The issue is you searched, you seized it, and then you auctioned it off. You took the money, and now these elected officials now have a whole new set of money that they can now tap into. So if you look at it, the way this thing is set up, it is in their best interest to seize as much crypto as they can. And it's in their best interest that the crypto be as high a price as it can to do whatever they want to do with the money. So when they write a bill and they say, oh, well, this is going to cost $1 trillion, or this is going to cost $8.8 billion, or this is going to cost $200 million. Well, how much money do we got over here in the Treasury Forfeiture Fund? How much money do we got over here in the Department of Justice Assets Forfeiture Fund? Folks, using this information or understanding this information, you could logically conclude that it is not in the best interest of the government of the United States for Bitcoin to go down in value, because it is now a funding stream for whatever special interest projects or needed projects need to be funded by the United States of America's government. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you on the next one.